Hey Cam, it's guys here. So you just picked up NBA 2K21 Next Gen for the first time, and you decided you want to play parkour My Career, but you have a bigger question than some Ray's,
Don't get cancelled.
follower account. And that's of course how you make your player look like Kelly Oubre. No, but really you want to know what builds you have to make to absolutely dominate the park in My Career like your Legend of Winnie's girlfriend. Shout out Nody, gang, 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 gang. No, but in all seriousness, I'm here to help you with that, okay? I'm gonna tell you the best build, especially for beginners. But before we really get into it, you don't have to pick your play style that you want to play with. So to start off with, we've got the point guard. Now, point guards are generally fast, like the time it took Jake Paul to knock out Nate Robinson. However, these builds generally take the most skill, okay? These are the positions where you don't have the most fun if you can master it, but you don't need the most skill, the highest basketball IQ, and you're gonna be more responsible for your team's success. The reason these builds take a lot more skill is because you have to learn how to dribble effectively so you don't get stripped and that you can actually get past your opponents and all that stuff, because you can't just rely on your size. However, if you can start dribbling like Kyrie Irving, start snatching ankles like Jamal Crawford, and making the ball wet like Riley Reid, then you're gonna be deadly once you put in that time to master this build. Then you have your wing positions, your small forwards and your power forwards. Now these builds are kind of a middle in between, okay, where you still have a decent amount of speed, but you also have the high, you still have some, like, you still have pretty good shooting ability, but your dribbling isn't quite there. Now really, these are the slasher kind of builds, okay? These are the builds where you're running the wings, okay? You are the corner piece of your offense. When you're the corner piece of your offense, you are the corner sitter, where as soon as the shot goes up, if you're not in a position to get the rebound, you're running down the lane on the fast break. And in the half-court offense, you are sitting in the corner ready for the cut, like Edward Scissorhands, so that you can get the fat contact dunk like your Zion Williamson in high school. I think this is a solid build for beginners because it doesn't take a ridiculous amount of more skill, but it takes slightly less skill than the guard, slightly more skill than a center, because you don't really have the height. Now also with this build, you're going to be able to guard centers and you're going to be able to guard point guards if they're not amazing, okay? A good point guard will dog you and a good center will bully you on a small forward type build, unless you can time your blocks perfectly or get the perfect steals. So you are able to guard all positions with a good small forward build like mine. However, it can be a little bit difficult. And now when it comes to the center, this is the position that I recommend the most for centers because it takes the least amount of skill. Now, however, the more skill a build takes, generally the more fun, the more potential fun you're gonna have on the build. But if you're losing every game, if you're playing a point guard, you're getting stripped, you can't dribble, you can't shoot, you can't do anything, you're going to be having a horrible time. We're on a center, you're not going to be having as much fun as if you're taking ankles and shooting threes on everyone, but you're not going to have a terrible time ever, because most of the time you're going to be able to get rebounds, you're going to be able to dunk on people with very, very little skill just by holding LT, RT, and dunking on people. You're going to be able to help your team no matter how good or bad you are, because it's just so easy to play as a center in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Now once you've made your faithful decision, like a K-pop stan deciding what bands they're on a stan, it's time to make your build. So skip to the timestamps on the screen right now. You can see, skip to the timestamp for the position you want to play. Okay, if you've continued to watch the video, you've chosen to make a point guard build. Now the first thing you got to decide is what kind of point guard do you want to be. Do you want to be an ISO demon like Steezo the God and take ankles like Zaza Pachulia? Or do you want to be a fundamentalist pick and roll player with high basketball IQ like your every single white European player? Well, the good thing for you is it actually doesn't matter at all whatsoever, because the best guard build will be good at both of these things. It really just depends what you want to put your badges and stuff into, but I'm not going to focus too heavily on that. So here is the clip of my ISO build video. This is by far the best point guard build. I know it's a small forward, but this is the actual best point guard build that you can get on NBA 2K21. So I hope you guys enjoy this build. If you do, please smash that like, subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. The ultimate ISO build, because to actually get good on this build, you have to spend so much time in isolation in your mic core that it's just going to come naturally. So to start off, you want to choose your first and your last name, and then you want to choose your position as power forward. Now I know you're probably thinking, yo, I'm trying to be like Jamal Crawford, but don't worry, because this build is better than any point forward. Then you want to choose left hand like Ginobili, 2-4 like I'm Kobe, because if you don't show your respects in this part, then your team is going to leave you like Queen Cook even after you win game. Then you want to click continue. You want to choose your height to be 6'7". Now I know in real life we're probably all 5'3", right?
No, that's just you, loser.
Well, anyway, today we're going to be putting our height at 6'7", because you already lie on your Tinder profile, so why stop now? I mean, we all know 6'7" is just the cutest height, because that's how tall Kelly Oubre is. But then put your weight down to 210 pounds. That's about the lightest you can be if you're trying to play for the Browns. And then just put your wingspan at 6'9", because that's just a funny number. And then your body shape at slight. This is because you're making your competition look real light. And just like Jake Paul, you're making sure your defender goes night-night, because after you have done cooking them like Gordon Ramsay, they're probably gonna want to fight. But then just click continue.
This looks a lot like Steezo's build, you trash uncreative YouTuber.
That's because it is. You guys can call me Cameron Nunes, the Shari Gun, the copy tuber, but I'm trying to give you these builds easy like an Uber. And to be honest, I'm not gonna make up a new best build if this is already the best build. Just like Kelly Oubre, greatness can't be improved on. It's kind of like when you find the perfect anime waifu like Kanata, you just never want to move on. It's not like Tana Mojo where you need extensive editing in Photoshop to make it look better. But anyway, for this build, you want to max out your driving layup and your driving dunk to a 94 driving layup, an 89 driving dunk, and then you want to move your standing dunk to a 37. This is going to allow you to dunk on fools as if you're Shaq and there's a box of Krispy Kreme donuts on the line if you're not able to dunk on them. You're going to be getting posterizers left and right and killing them like Pichu kills Kite. You know it's light work and it's probably going to make you smirk. It's effective unlike Deku's quirk. But then moving down to the shooting, we're going to max out the mid-range shot, max out the three-point shot, and go to a 84 free throw. Now, since you're 6'7", the 30 potential shooting badges are only fitting because every time you shoot your shot, you're gonna score, because we never grew up poor and our skills are just so raw.
Okay, we get it, unhumble rich white boy that has daddy's money. You don't know what it's like to struggle, dislike, unsub.
But in all seriousness, Steezo says the ISO starts with the half-court threes, so you're really just going to be able to shoot like crazy, and this build can definitely do that. With Hall of Fame Limitless, you're going to be going deeper than Johnny Sins, and it's also going to allow you to pull more than Jimin from BTS. So go on to playmaking, we're going for a 72 passing accuracy just so we can get some of those passing badges and stuff. Then we're going for an 85 ball handling, so you max that out like your Goku doing push-ups, just put it as high as you can go. Then speed with ball, max that out as well to an 84. As I said, you're going to be looking like Professor with this talent so raw. Your ISO just going to be deadly like the Claw. But hopefully you don't end up in Toronto, because Toronto just kind of sucks.
This the first thing you said I agree with.
I'm sorry if you're from Toronto, but I'm just being honest. Then you want to max out your perimeter defense to a 94. Max your block out to an 80. Max out the offensive rebound to a 79, but then put it down by 1 to a 78. And then put your defensive rebounding to an 88. This gives you 14 defensive badges. With defense like this, you don't want to be clamping up dudes like a dominatrix. Pause, that sounds sus, but in other words, you're gonna be causing a big fuss, and when everyone misses, they're probably gonna cuss. But in all seriously though, you're gonna be locking up people harder than my grandma gets locked outside when she forgets where her keys are. And then go down to your speed, max that out to an 85, acceleration, max that out to an 81. Don't touch your strength, you want to be weak like Cali Muscle before he started taking steroids. Then for your vertical, go down to a 66. Stamina, you want to max that out to a 95. I know it's opposite to what you have in real life, but hey, that's why Blue Chew's a thing. Then you want to click continue, and for your takeovers, the two ones that work the best, is limitless range as well as ankle breakers. Limitless ranges don't allow you to shoot from deep consistently, something that WNBA players have never been able to do. And ankle breakers shots don't allow you to drop people like Jake Paul dropping Nate Robinson. But either way, I'm so serious. This build is so godly. It's like Super Saiyan Blue. You don't have even the most try-hard gods on this game sweating like Beerus. Does that make him a WAP? Question mark.
That joke was stolen.
Didn't know a challenge till I rode on the block. Had Beerus sweating in our battle. Does that make him a WAP?
Okay, so I'm not slick. But if you guys do like the DBZ songs, check out my reaction to it. This is a 5-song level up. Check out my reaction link in the description of my second channel.
Okay, that plug was kind of slick.
But you want to click complete build, and that's the best ISO build in NBA 2K21. As I said, you'll probably don't have to spend a lot of time in isolation learning drill moves for this build to be actually proper godly. But okay, so you've chosen to make a small forward type build or just a wing build. Luckily for you, this is the position that I actually play in NBA 2K21 next gen, and I just love this build because you can dunk on people like a prime Vince Carter, you can shoot from the corner like you're Klay Thompson, and you can play good enough defense to shut down the entire league just like Rudy Gobert. Now, I have a ton of gameplay videos on my build if you guys want to check out after this video, but here's the clip from my build video. If you want to check out the full video, you can, but I'll just play the build video right now. So hope you guys enjoy the build. If you do, please smash that like, subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And here's the build. This is gonna be my build for NBA 2K21. Okay, we're jumping straight into it. Pretty similar to what I do every single time. Okay, small forward, you guys know Cameron. Small forward, left hand like Ginobili, 2-4 like Kobe. Okay, so we're gonna click continue. We're gonna click continue, and then max height. Okay, max 6'10", minimum weight. Now, I'm kind of like an inside player that can kind of shoot threes, so the minimum weight is kind of risky, but it's gonna mean 3v3, I'm gonna be a god running up and down the lanes and stuff. I'm just gonna be fast. Hopefully my vertical makes up for my lack of strength when competing against big centers, because if I'm going to be trying to compete for rebounds against 7'3" players, I'm going to want as much vertical as possible. Go max wingspan at 6'8". I'm going body shape defined. Don't think that really makes a difference. But I really like the new build system on next gen, okay? This next gen build system is sick because you can really create a player however you want, okay? So, so we're pretty much like a pure sharp lockdown. You know what I'm saying? We're pretty much a pure sharp lockdown. So I've got my stats here from what we figured out on stream. So I think not maxing out your athleticism, your physicals, is an L, okay? Because you don't want to be as strong as possible, or you want to be fast as possible, like all that kind of stuff. Not doing that, I think, is a big mistake. Now, as always, I'm trying to make a lockdown build, so I want to max out everything except my defensive rebounding. As you guys can see, we're putting the defensive rebounding on a 91. Now, I did upgrade my playmaking a little bit. I'm not sure if this is an L or not. We'll find out later. I'm not sure if it's L not maxing it out. I'm not sure if it's an L putting anything on it. But just to be safe, I'm kind of going in the middle with just 40s around the ball, okay? 25 is terrible, okay? 25 is straight garbage, so I'm not sure if we want to go that low. Oh, my bad. My face cam is blocking the attributes. Thanks, TJ Go. Okay, I'll move myself. Where should I move myself? Here. Put myself. No, let me just get rid of myself, okay? My bad, okay? So as you guys can see down here, physical, stamina, all this kind of stuff. 95. Yeah, you guys can see here. Now, for shooting, okay, we chose to go max out the three-point shot, obviously. As I said, my goal for this build is to be able to hit corner threes and stuff like that. So then I maxed out the mid-range. Free throws are turned up to a 48. So this is going to give you 6. Oh, we can go to a 46. My bad. Okay, I got that wrong. Okay, that's good. So we go to 46 free throws. That's going to give us 6 shooting badges. Now, it would be cool to get more, but this build has so much finishing potential that I wanted to put more stats into finishing. So we're only going 6. That's going to give us gold catch and shoot and gold corner specialist, which I think is all you need. Now we're going we're going a 86 standing dunk. 86 standing dunk. We're going a 92 driving dunk. 92 driving dunk. Where is that? Right there. This is doing it so you guys can see the badges. You unlock different badges at certain attribute points. So at 91, you don't get this Hall of Fame dunking badge. Okay, I'm guessing this is contact finisher. You do not get Hall of Fame contact finisher at 91 driving dunk. So I had to go to the 92. So this means we don't be like a pure slasher because we don't get all the contact dunk animations and everything like that. At 6'10", at 6'10", we're like a pure slasher that could shoot threes with amazing defense. And then we chose to go for a 75 driving layup. Now normally this is where you get some cool layup animations. I think this is like a minimum kind of 75 driving layup is solid. And the reason we had to sacrifice other points in other places is because we wanted at least a decent close shot, okay? Because without a decent close shot, you're gonna be missing those easy layups. So again, it's not crazy good close shot, but 51 is solid, okay? So I feel like this build can kind of do a bit of everything, okay? In terms of like catch the ball, dunk it, like fast breaks, you know, dunking the ball, catch the ball in the corner, you can shoot it. If they come out, you guys know you can easily take the dunk because it also says we only get to a 94 overall, but that's weird. It's saying, yeah, we can shoot the three, we can dunk, and obviously our defensive stats are goated. 30 defensive badges, we only get a 78 perimeter defense, 76 steal, and 80 interior defense. So we kind of average in terms of stats there. We're like, don't get me wrong, it's good stats, but it's not like the 95s just because of the way we made our player and our height and everything. But we do make up for that with our 80 speed at 6'10" is good, incredibly good, and an 87 vertical. We're also going to be snagging on the boards with the 95 offensive and 91 defensive boards, and then 95 block, we're going crazy. So I think this is a really good build, okay, just in terms of stats. And then I don't understand why we can't continue. Oh, we actually can't do that. Okay, look. Wait, sorry, I made a mistake. Look, when we go to 51, it doesn't get us to 95, so we got to drop the shot close by 1. Does that lose us a badge? No, it doesn't. Okay, and then we may as well just put it on speed with ball, I guess. Might actually downgrade the passing accuracy by 2 and put 2 more on speed on ball, and then we can continue. Okay, this is gonna be my build coming into NBA 2K21. Click continue. And now we get 2 takeovers. Okay, primary. Okay, we actually haven't looked through this. I haven't looked through this. So advanced gathers unlocks a more effective Euro spins, hops, cradles, and avoids jam ups. No thank you. Finishing moves helps you absorb and finish through contact on layups, dunks, or alley-oops. That might be it. Easy blow-bys enhances the... Oh, that's also good. They're 2 good ones, okay? So this is going to be able to blow by. Limitless range extends a player, or we might want spot up precision as well. And then for our defensive ones, so I'll probably go like 1 scoring and 1 defensive. I don't know. We'll just have to read through these. Stuff blocks gives you access and increases the ability to perform grab/swat blocks and backboard pins. Okay, so that's all right. Nothing crazy. Paint intimidation delivers a severe penalty to every contested shot in the paint. That's a good takeover. Interior badge drop drops the offensive players' badges down a tier win. That's also a really good takeover. And then glass cleaning dimes boosts the players' and teammates' offensive abilities on kickouts and helps them to throw successful outlet passes on the rebounds. Sees the future, show where you're miss. That's probably the best. We box out. Well, we might have to go see the future. And actually, no, I don't want to see the future as a primary takeover. How do I go back? Back. Okay. Primary takeover will probably go. We'll go finishing moves. Finishing moves, because I want to be able to dunk on people. And then that's tough between spot up precision and see the future. But see the future gives you such a giant advantage. hopefully we might be able to change these later. I think once you hit a certain rep, you're able to change these. Once you hit 99 overall, once you get a certain badge, Mamba Mentality, I believe you're able to change these. So hopefully we can get Mamba Mentality fairly quickly and then be able to change our takeovers, but who knows. So finish, my player build complete. And that's the build, okay? That's the build. You have built a finisher, Shades of Lamar Odom. Okay, we got LeBron James in there, you know what I'm saying? We got the GOAT in there, Shades of LeBron James, okay? That's kind of fire. As I said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash that like, subscribe button. I would not be streaming, we'll be posting lots. So, you've chosen to make a big boy, okay? Now, a lot of people will say make your player 7'1". No, if you're a beginner, you want to be 7'3", okay? You want the maximum height. You want to be able to bully everyone like you're Jake Paul in high school. As I said at the beginning of the video, I truly believe centers are the best builds for beginners because they take absolutely no skill. I promise you, everyone is going to send you death threats, all these kind of messages. They don't let you know that you have no skill. But at the end of the day, you can reply with the prestige comment of scoreboard, okay? Because trust me, you're gonna be statting pats harder than Russell Westbrook, have more points than Wilt Chamberlain, and more rebounds than Matt Stoney can consume donuts in 10 minutes. So here's my best center build from my other video. If you want to check out the full video, you can, but I'll just play the clip right now of the best center build. So if you guys enjoy the video, please smash that like, subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. And I guess I'll see you in the next video if you choose to check me out again. And from my experience in other 2Ks, builds like this will turn straight dudes gay because they all want you.
I don't think that's what they mean, dumbass.
So either way, you guys want to just pick your first name, pick your last name, and for position, you want to be this center of attention at all times. Now, it doesn't matter if this attention is good or bad because with this build, most people are gonna hate you. But you know what I always say, some attention is better than no attention.
That's because you are sad and lonely.
For handedness, we have to go left hand like Ginobili, 2-4 like Kobe, man. If you don't do this step right here, expect to be like LiAngelo Ball because you're gonna be off the team. Then click continue. You want to max out your height, max out your weight, and max out your wingspan. Now, just with this right here, you're pretty much looking like Exodia because this is an instant win. You tall like a skyscraper, you fat like the average customer at McDonald's, you're lengthy like Johnny Sins, and when you put it on max weight, you look about as defined as Tana Mojo before Photoshop. Then you want to click continue, and you want to put your close shot up to a 90. You want to put your driving layup and driving dunk to a 41 on each because we're looking like Bill Gates. We got chauffeurs. We don't really need to drive around a lot.
That means you get past ball of pick and roll and in post not driving.
We then want to max out our standing dunk to a 95 as well as our post control to a 95 because when you're under the bucket with a 95 standing dunk and 95 post moves plus Hall of Fame rise up, you never need to size up because your defender's time's up. Then you want to max out your mid-range shot to a 76 and your three-point shot to a 73. Now, I was surprised that when you max this out at 7'3", at 8'1" wingspan, you actually get a 73 three-point shot with 4 shooting badges. If you could chuck catch and shoot on gold and maybe corner specialist on bronze, you can low-key shoot. And I mean low-key like Justin Bieber wearing all fluoro yellow because you can high-key splash them shots. Now, we put 1 point into ball handling just so that we can actually get to a 95 overall because we don't want to touch the ball and we don't want to pass the ball. Unless you are already underneath the basket and receiving the ball off the pick and roll, or you're going into the post, which is post control, you don't really need any of these stats, so you can chuck it into one of whatever you want, but I just chucked it into ball handling. You then want to max out your interior defense to a 95, and now you don't want to be looking like Cardi B if she wasn't famous, because ain't nobody trying to go inside anymore. Now, we don't need perimeter defense because we're never going to be on the perimeter and we're way too slow to actually guard anyone on the perimeter, so there's no point. We don't want to be chucking up the steal to a 37. I mean, it's nice to have because we're 7'3", but really with the weight of 290 pounds, you're not going to be stealing anyone's girl too often anyway, so it don't really matter that much. Then we're going to max out our block to a 95, our offensive rebounding to a 95, as well as our defensive rebounding to a 95 to give us 28 defense defensive badges. And these badges include Hall of Fame Fridge Protector and Hall of Fame Domino's Chaser, because you're gonna need those badges if you want to maintain a 290-pound weight. Then we're gonna max out our speed, max out our acceleration, max out our strength, max out our vertical, and max out our stamina, just so we can convince ourselves like Tess Holiday that we're healthy and athletic, even though we're actually morbidly obese.
Too far, bro.
But then you want to click continue and choose your takeovers. Now the takeovers that I recommend are See the Future. It shows you where missed shots will land ahead of time, giving you the upper hand in chasing down boards. I wish I could see the future in real life before I say things that are gonna get me cancelled on K-pop Twitter. Now for the second badge, I recommend one of these two badges. Either Power Back Down, increases your ability to back down even the strongest defenders in the post. Now this can be very useful when you're coming up against another fat boy, but there's not too many fat boys, and that's why this build is so OP this year. We're gonna talk about that at the end of the video. But this is a really good scoring badge. Unfortunately, the post isn't too flashy, so it's not going to allow you to score the girls, but it is going to allow you to score buckets in the post and a few death threats through the old Xbox messages.
Because you have no skill. Bum.
Exactly. The other badge I recommend is Paint Intimidation. Delivers a severe penalty to every contested shot taken in the paint. Now, you sign up to Tinder looking like this man at 290 pounds. You probably don't want to be missing all your shots, but now you can make other people miss their shots as well. So that's why I like this. You know, we can't really relate until we both share each other's pain. Thank you, Nagato, for telling me that. So that's why I'm gonna go Paint Intimidation and then click Finish. Now, that is the build. Now the reason that this build is so good is because everyone is making little players this year, okay? Because everyone can kind of do everything. If you make them small forwards and then point guards, they looking real appetizing, like that bag of salted peanuts. But then when this build comes around, you actually find out that that bag of salted peanuts is actually a bag of roasted salted cockroaches, maggots delivered straight from Wuhan, China. And it's definitely not satisfying your appetite for wins, because when this build comes along, you're gonna be dominating everyone, okay? Just all you gotta do is hold LT, hold RT, and just point your stick in the direction of the basket, then do a quick drop step around them, and then get the easy dunk. It's that simple. It's even more simple than DDG trying to put on a wimple or pop in a pimple. You can just never go wrong with these 7-3 center builds. They're absolutely overpowered, okay? Every single year people think big centers are dead. They're never dead, because when people make small centers, then big centers become more OP, because you can just get rebounds over everyone. You just be dunking over everyone. And as I said, the role of this kind of build is not to be having the ball, okay? You can post up, but that's not what I would be doing with this build, okay? I would just be abusing the pick and roll, trying to play with guards, okay? Just have a nice little guard that might be able to hit a few fades and stuff like that. And then if they miss, you get the rebound, you dunk the ball, okay? If they play help, you get the ball, you dunk the ball, okay? They miss, okay? You just, all your defense, you just sit in the paint and watch everyone miss and get frustrated. But either way, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash that like, subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. I got this really nice series going right now on my actual lockdown build. If you guys are looking to make some builds, actually check out those videos, because you might decide you want a build that's a little harder to play but a lot more rewarding. As I said, this build is like just an overpowered build, but it's not ridiculously fun. It's not like watching Escanor with the rising sun. It's more like watching Tom and Jerry while eating a bun. You know, you kind of want to go for a run, but that's too much effort, so it's kind of dumb. So instead, you just go and cheese on this build, okay? I got no more rhymes. That's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, smash that like, subscribe button, and I'm out. See ya.
Now they got my eggs all boiled on. I'ma chop them up like an onion. Naruto's got my back. If you messing with the chef, then he's on attack. He don't need to pay the check, but I'll take the cash. You know, pain got wrecked cause my place was smashed. Gave him ramen on the house, look where I'm at. Now he's putting Ichiraku on the hidden leaf map. This is gonna be the biggest monument to the world. Well, Naruto had his first date with the girl Hanada. The champion of eating till it's nada. After dinner here, he made up his baby mama. She said, me so horny. For my miso ramen, you can call me the ramen Kage if you wanna.